All right, friends, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today I want to talk to you about some research polling and some of the things that it is stated about our friends on the left. Welcome to PrepperNow.
Please, Lord, help me get one more.
All right, friends, thanks so much for being here. Hit the buttons and stuff. Subscribe if you're new. Darken out the bell, get the notifications. So a thing called Contagion Research Network Institute. It's a lot of words. They did some polling, and they've gone out and they've asked our friends on the political left, what is acceptable? What is it that is acceptable for ending what they would call the madness of Mr. President Trump and all that is going on right now due to the Doge, due to the tariffs, due to the general undoing of a lot of the institutions like USAID, and what they have seen is a lot of problematic moves. What is acceptable? How should we stop the man from doing these things? Because to them, it is political death. Well, they say unaliving Mr. President Trump is acceptable. What do I mean by that? Well, we all know what that term now means as we code here and other places, but 55% said that if you can't get what you need done to stop the political right, it is acceptable to take things into your own hands and to make it so there is a physical end to that person who is causing the problems. Now, of course, this is a really problematic thing. 48% thought it was okay to unalive Mr. Musk. But this really is indicative and starting to show a lot of the problems and mentality of people on that side of the political aisle. Now, I have said many times here that the best way to go about and to fix things is to do what we did in the antiquated way in the 1980s, where if you lost an election, you went back to the woodshed, you figured out why you lost, how you lost, what you needed to do to get things better. Maybe you need a jobs package, maybe you need a economic plan, maybe you need a better healthcare plan, maybe you need some environmental tweaks and stuff like that. Maybe you need infrastructure. But you go back and you come with a plan of action, a political platform, as it used to be known in the antiquated days. Not anymore. No need for a platform, no need for problem-solving tactics or trying to get things done or coming out with a plan of any sort. No. That's too old. Now what they're saying is the best thing to do is to take things into your own hands, to go after people. Now, the first thing is that really acceptable to most people? Not really, because anybody that bases their life in the reality and sanity of common sense would say, you know what, hurting, harming, or doing really terrible things to another person is immoral and awful, and we shouldn't do that. And the problem is that this is becoming more of an acceptable tactic to people on the other political side of the aisle. We have seen this happen to other societies and historically through time. When another side who is not getting their way politically starts to take things into their own hands in a physical nature, it causes general chaos and really chips away at the foundations of the society. It makes it so society becomes a dangerous place. And we don't want society to become a dangerous place. We don't want people to attack other people because they are perceived as being one way or another. This has been evidenced by people that own certain vehicles, like, say, a pregnant woman, having terrible things happen to their vehicle and also cause harm to them. We have seen this a lot in the last couple months. This, of course, is not the way to go about it. The way to go about it is to create a better political platform, to get things going, to form a better message, to do what they did back in the olden days of the 1980s. Well, that's not happening now. No, now it's becoming more acceptable to hurt, harm, destroy, cancel, crush, whatever that may be that you can do to stop your political adversaries. No longer are the days of going out and making things, better through plans of action and being proactive and trying to be a problem solver. Not anymore. No, now the modus operandi is to go out and to scare and to menace and to do all of the terrible things that are indicative of a society that is really having problems and about to go through some tumultuous issues that could wreck the very peace that it resides on. Tell me what you think. Is this a good thing? Hit the buttons and stuff, subscribe, share, and all that, and we will see you on the next one.